Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sab. Today I'm gonna share with you my weigh-in results, and also gonna give you a bit of background as well of where I come from, and also my vegan lifestyle. So weigh-in this week, that was Monday. I've lost 1 kilo. I'm super happy about that. And what else? I've done pretty much the same thing as last week. So I cut off processed food, and also alcohol, and I stick to when I was hungry, so I'm getting definitely better with that. And what else? I went to the gym as well. Went out a few times as well last week. So I did some long walks, I did some weightlifting, and I went on Sunday, and I couldn't believe it, but I took the weight off the metal plate, the weight to put on the barbell, and I dropped it on my foot. I was so annoyed. So basically I had to go to the hospital and stuff, and I broken my toe. So now I can't go for runs, but I can still do maybe a bit of cycling and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to work around it. So I still carried on my workout even though I broke my toe. I did some abs, and what else did I do? Some crunches, like chest press. I couldn't do the push-up really so well, but I did stand on I did put my knee on the floor instead of my feet, and stuff like that. A lot of upper chest and glutes, squats. That's what I did. So I probably went to the gym 3 times last week. In terms of food, I wasn't as strict as the first week. I have to watch out for that, I think, because I think it's like smoking. I think when you're changing your lifestyle, it's so easy to go back to it, to just have that one thing and here and there, and then all of a sudden you started to have those bad habits again. So so this is something to watch out. And because I'm just saying, because this week, for example, I had a packet of crisps yesterday, and I had a packet of crisps the day before. So what I did this time though, I just I ate quite healthily during the day. So I made sure that I was having a lot of greens, and portion control, a bit more strict. But it's so easy, isn't it? I think one of the problems that is starting to appear is to buy without awareness. Sometimes I just you go to a shop, and then you see something on the counter, and you just grab it and you just buy it basically, and you just eat it, and after you're oh my god, what have I done? I just feel sometimes a bit possessed, where you just buy and stuff, and you just put it in your mouth, and you're oh god, I wasn't meant to eat that thing. But anyway, I'm not beating myself for it. But I didn't do that this week. But I know we stopped at a petrol station the other day, and I just saw this thing on this counter. I can't remember what that was. I think it was a samosa or something, and I was just I nearly went to buy it. So but my brain was just trying to make me aware about my thoughts and what action I could have taken, so I was just hang on a minute, actually no, I'm not gonna buy that, and I think one of my problems, and why I think I struggle with weight as well, one of the things is that just mindless eating. So that's something I was aware of this week a bit more than last week. I just carried on as well, drinking water and eating when I'm hungry, basically. Alright, so I just wanted to share with you as well a bit of my background, because I'm basically I'm French and I'm vegan. So sometimes people go what? You're French and you're vegan? What the hell? What's going on? So so I just wanted to explain a bit what's happening and stuff. So as a child, so I was born in Paris, and I lived outside of Paris, and I was in France until I was 20. So when I was a child, I've always had extra weight. I've always had problem with my weight, but I've never really seen it as having a problem, really, And I just remember it's crazy, but I remember my mom I'm not blaming my mom, it's just, I think it's just like the knowledge was not there. Like my mom was picking me up from school, and she would bring me like, I'm not joking, like a baguette with like butter and like sugar, like white sugar. Well, it doesn't matter what sugar, but like sugar, and that was my like snack, you know. And I'll have like a baguette with like butter and like chocolate cubes, or baguette, butter and jam, and I was just eating it, you know. And it's just like, you know, like, and you know, I had this like upbringing where food was like, you need to finish what you have on your plate, you know, you need to eat, you know, you know, do you want some more, have some more. So I've always been in that state of mind of like eating more and stuff, and you know, and it's crazy actually. I mean, it really starts when you're at a young age, and so that's why I think like with my son now, he's 2 years old, and I don't force him like when he doesn't want to eat, you know, and I only give him like healthy stuff. But then again, it's the knowledge that I do have now, that I have acquired over the past 2 years, you know. Well, I was interested in nutrition for quite a while, but it really clicked when I started to, you know, make changes to my lifestyle. So yeah, as a child, I was always eating like, you know, meat, fish, sauces, loads of cheese. Like there was not a day without cheese on the table, and the fridge was always cheese, camembert, brie, I can't remember what else there was, but anyway, there was always cheeses. And that was what you do in France, you know, like you finish your meal and then you have cheese, or you have, you know, you're hungry, you open the fridge and you have bread and cheese and butter. And I'm like, no wonder I had like extra weight on, no wonder. Anyway, so I've always been like struggling with my weight, you know, and I've been a bit bullied at school and stuff, and that was quite hard. But you know, I always had to go back to my mom, you know, with my brother and sister, and I felt comforted there, you know, like with food that she was making. She's from a Tunisian background, Jewish, my dad as well, and the meal were very like usually quite heavy, you know, quite rich, you know, in sauces and oils and sugars and salts and stuff. So that's what I was used to. Okay, so then I come to London when I was 20, and then I just discovered like a whole new world in terms of like partying and like going out and meeting people. So at 20, because I was partying all the time, I lost a lot of weight. So I got down to 62 kilo when I was 20, and I was like, quite slender and stuff. I was like so happy, you know, just meeting people and just going out and having a lot of fun basically. And so when I was like 23, I met my husband, and like we still going out and stuff, but we did get a bit like cozy, you know, little love bubble and stuff, and then we just like, you know, ate more, and I was just cooking for him, and you know, for us, I mean, you know, cooking for us, and yeah, so you know, I put on a lot of weight actually. So I put on like maybe gradually. So I met him when I was 23. It was in 2003, and then so yeah, gradually over the past 12 years, you know, like just gradually putting on weight basically, and without realizing. And then I became pregnant when I was 36. And then I realized, oh man, my weight is like 80 kilos, so like, what is it going to be like when I'm like gonna get, you know, bigger and bigger and stuff. So yeah, so I think I probably put on like, I think 14 kilo when I was due, because I weighed myself, I think like when I gave birth, and I was like 90. So, and my child was like a big baby, so it was like 4 kilo. It was not big, but I mean like as like fat, but I think it was just like long as well. It was 55 centimeter. So yeah, ouch. So yeah, so I was 80 when I started, and I did lose a bit of weight. So I was 90. Sorry, I was 90, and then I lost my baby weight when I became vegan 2 years ago. So it took me maybe like a year, and I lost 10 kilo. and so now, and then I put on weight basically just recently, during the Christmas period and stuff, like 4 kilo, and I was like so gutted. I was like, oh man, 4 kilo, why did I just like let myself like put on that weight? Anyway, so I was 84 when I started on the 1st of January, and now I am 80.5 kilo. So I've lost like 3.5 kilo in the space of 3 weeks. So I'm super happy about that. So anyway, like so when I was in France, I was a bit like vegetarian before, and even people at the time, just a few years ago actually, they were like, okay, so you're vegetarian, so in restaurants, so you eat fish then, yeah? I'm like, what? No, I don't eat fish, I'm vegetarian, you know? Anyway, so yeah. And still again, I think like people, like when I say that I'm, that I'm vegan, like sometimes I get a reaction going like, what? Are you French? Don't you eat like cheese and stuff like that? Don't you miss it, I'm like, no, I don't miss it actually. Like, I think once you like get the knowledge and once you understand why, you're not eating it, like why you don't want to participate in that torture that is happening, and also like the slavery of animals, then you're like, no, actually I don't want it and I don't need it, I don't need the milk. And plus, like health wise, there are a lot of research that have been done that shows that eating animal product is not good for you. So I mean, this is my choice and this is what I've done. I would say like during pregnancy, I didn't have the knowledge that I had now, because I just felt like I wanted to have some meat, and I just felt like I needed a protein, and I just had this baby inside me and I just wanted to look after him the best I could. So I just made exception. I was vegetarian before being pregnant, and when I was pregnant I just thought, okay, I need to have some meat. I don't have the knowledge yet, and I remember like tucking into like some meat, and I just ended up in tears because I knew like the what was going on in the background for animals, and I was eating it, but really reluctantly. I was not happy about that at all. But when I gave birth to Oliver 2.5 years ago, I just basically sat down with my husband, and he was like, right, you need to watch some documentaries, and then you're gonna see what changes you're gonna go through. And so like we watched like Earthling, we watched like The Best Pitch from Gary Yourofsky, we watched Cowspiracy, we watched I can't remember the name of the lady actually, but she does this amazing video, like short video about dairy and egg. And you know what, I was like, from one day to another, I think it took like 3 days to watch those documentaries, and I was like, one day after another, I was just like, you know what, I'm done, I can't do it anymore, I just don't want to do it anymore, it's not good for me, and I just can't do it, really, to be honest with you. Anyway, so since then, I think in France, like there's been a few changes, and there is an area in Paris actually that's been renowned for being the vegetarian area, and you have like so many different like restaurants and stuff like that, and it's so awesome, it's so amazing. I'm so happy, I can't wait to go back to France. I haven't been there for like a year, and I'm just so excited. I've got like a list of like stuff like to go to. I know a few actually that I went. I think there's one called Gourmet Kitchen in Bastille, and that was so good. And I went to the Ginger Cafe as well in Bastille, and that was really tasty as well. So yeah, anyway, so France is getting a bit more into that vibe, like into the vegan vibe, basically. So that's super good. So yeah, I don't miss cheese, I don't miss like the charcuterie and all those like cold meat and stuff like that, to be honest with you. And I'm happy to be French and vegan, and yes, this is possible. But at the beginning, I have to say, like when my husband was like, right, you need to understand that plant-based is the way, like, and I was like, I can't, I'm gonna miss my cheese, and I love my wine and my cheese, I can't do it, honestly, leave me alone, like, I can't do it, I don't want to do it, I loved it so much, and even the wine you have to check now, some wine is not vegan, so it's important to check, yeah. Anyway, I'm like blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna stop now. And this is me. This is a bit of background. And my weight loss was this week. Yeah, like I said, 1 kilo and stuff. So super good week, and I'm super happy, and I'm so excited about like the next few weeks and what's gonna happen and how my weight loss is going to be like and stuff. So yeah, so this is it guys for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe here or there or there. Anyways, the red button, you know where to find it. And please like my video, and also I would love to see your comments. So if you can tell me like, you know, what give me some questions, give me some feedbacks, you know, and I'll do my best to answer them. And yeah, until then, stay safe, lots of love, look after yourself, love yourself, treat yourself right, okay? Take care. Bye.